Get your men together. It's time to invade the G.I. Joe collection and rebuild it from scratch. Ladies and gentlemen, the only man crazy enough to take on this mission, G.I. Jason. Get ready to lock and load with G.I. Jason as he presents Collecting is Half the Battle. Lock and load, people. Move out!
What is up, guys? Jason up with New Age Revolution down here in the cave. The G.I. Joe pit, if you will. Haven't seen that Yo Joe Collecting is Half the Battle intro in a while. No, indeed, we have not had a Collecting is Half the Battle episode in a while. We have not gotten any new G.I. Joe figs, as the kids say, but that all changes today. Yes, Sunday night, that all changes because we have another 1985 figure to add to the collection. In fact, he's going to go right here. Right, before we do that, I put it out there yesterday. Did you guys want, or do you guys enjoy daily videos? And I think I'm going to do them. Nobody said no, and no clown that I booted out of the comments section left a thumbs down. So I assume that you are all okay with the daily videos. Now, they might not be as breathtaking as most of my videos are. No, they might just be, hey, here's what I got to say today. A lot of the vlog videos, a lot of the daily vlog videos are of people, doing their everyday life thing. Here I am going to work, here I am driving in the car. I don't know. I will see. We'll see what I do. I do want to do some daily stuff. Tomorrow I have an idea for a daily video. There'll be a room renovation project video. Nothing big. I just bought another piece of wood and some brackets, and we're going to hang up the PVC section. And I thought just hang out with you while I do that. So those will be the dailies. I'm going to try to do it. And then as far as the big show goes, upcoming we have the Iron Sheik versus Ricky Steamboat in the final match of the first round of the PACW tournament. That's coming this week. I wanted to do a vintage horror night on the Vintage Horror Show, VHS. I wanted to do that tonight, but Liam had a friend over and the parents came over and we were engaged with them like adults, if you will. And so that didn't happen. So I want to do that this week. I want to get back to the 1981 year in review. And I also want to talk to you guys about my experience watching 1984 WWF television. I've only watched the first 2 championship wrestling shows and half of the first house show, which is a Philadelphia Spectrum house show in early 84, and it is before Hogan wins the title. I think it's January 17th. So it's Iron Sheik's pretty much one and only title defense against Tito Santana. And it's pretty surreal to see Iron Sheik come to the ring with the championship belt and then take on Tito. So, and then just a week after that, the Hulkamania era begins. So I wanted to definitely share that with you. So that's what's coming up. The console, the Zenith System 3 is still great. Vintage Horror Night on the Vintage Horror Show is going to be the first time that I actually sit down here. Hopefully this week or next weekend, you and I will sit down here and we will watch an episode of Amazing Stories taped from television on a random, family-owned VHS tape. I have no idea what episode it is, but we'll watch it. And we'll cook something and we'll eat upstairs, and that'll be a Vintage Horror Night episode. This weekend we went to, I got the crazy idea of just hitting a road trip road trip on Saturday. We went about an hour away to Buffalo, and because the main reason I wanted to go was there's an FYE in Buffalo, the mall store for your entertainment. We had one in Rochester, and it closed about 3 years ago. And I remember it being this store was huge in the mall. It was huge, and it had rows of DVDs and tons of albums and tons of toys and NECA figures and horror figures and tons of pops. I mean, tons of pops. T-shirts and candy and just fun pop culture stuff. FYE was a great store. And there's one in Buffalo. That's the closest one to us. So we thought, let's take a little road trip and go to Buffalo. Mask up and go to Buffalo and check out FYE. Well, as with everything, first of all, FYE is right in the middle of Walden Galleria Mall, which is the biggest mall in Buffalo, I assume, and it was packed. And I can't really say anything about that because I'm also the idiot who's out in the mall in, COVID times. But the mall was freaking packed. And we have not, we haven't been to a mall in like a year. So you go in there and you're like, wow, what is going on? And your head is spinning because you're in the mall. And FYE was about this big in Walden Galleria compared to what it was in Rochester. And so we looked around and we tried to make the best of it. What did I even get? I got a He-Man T-shirt. The last He-Man T-shirt that I have, I was cleaning out my closet, and the last He-Man T-shirt that I had was a large. And I'm not a large anymore, so I never wore the He-Man T-shirt. So I got a new one to replace it. And then I got, like Liam got AJ Styles figure, and Finley got a couple of Mario Kart Hot Wheels cars. And that was it, because it was kind of a dud. Why is it a dud? Well, because their DVD and Blu-ray aisle went from 4 or 5 rows to, a couple of cubicles. And, it's just sad. It's just, a reminder of the changing times. Best Buy is no longer a fun store to go to. They don't have any movies anymore, at least the ones near me. And FYE, which used to be just amazing, isn't, So we were bummed, or I was bummed anyway. And then we left the mall and we went to Barnes & Noble to look for some Harry Potter collectibles. And, they didn't have much. I think I got a Hagrid Funko Pop. And then we went to Oogie's Games. That's right, Oogie's Games. It is a used video game store chain in Buffalo. There's probably like 5 in Buffalo. And we went to one and traded in a few PlayStation 4 games. And each one of the kids got a game. I think the 5-year-old randomly picked a snowmobile game for PS2 off the rack. Liam got Battlefront for PS4, Star Wars. And I grabbed Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for all of $5.99 at Oogie's Games. Just your traditional used game store. Pretty cool. I'm glad to see those things still hanging around. So that was the day yesterday. Fun indeed. So today, or yesterday, we showed off the My Friend Snoopy bowling grail that I have. Oh, here's an update. Here's something big. Check this out. We're bringing the New 80s Revolution on the road. That's right, on the road. Next weekend, I hope that we can fit this in next weekend. I am taking the camera and all of you guys about 2 hours away, and we are going to enter the castle of somebody that you all know as G.I. Joe Ron. That's right, we are going into the home of my supplier, of my G.I. Joe supplier, G.I. Joe Ron. We are going to go check out his collection because I am driving up there to purchase a Sega Genesis Complete system, right? To replace this bootleg system, I'm purchasing a Sega from Ron. I'm giving him one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy boxes. We're going to make a nice swap, And then we're going to hang out and look at his stuff for a little while, maybe promote his channel. He does have a YouTube channel. And we will do that next weekend. So you will go into the home of a very close friend of the channel, G.I. Joe Ron. But before then, we're going to talk about a G.I. Joe figure that has joined the collection. The 1985 collection is down now to 2 figures. After today's purchase, actually I got this about 3 weeks ago and just didn't get around to doing a show. But after today's purchase, or today's video, we are down to 2. We are down to 2. I'm just trying to get the gun here in his hands so we can have a proper showing. After today's figure, we have 2 more. We have Listen and Fun Tripwire, which is going to be a $200 figure. More if I want the silly cassette that comes with it. I don't have to have it. We're probably just going to get the Listen and Fun Tripwire. We can actually get him without any weapons because it's the exact same weapons as the original Tripwire. So I can probably just buy the Listen and Fun Tripwire, which is a different color, and then I can get the weapons off of the original Tripwire and save myself about $100. And so we need Listen and Fun Tripwire, and then we need Eels, ladies and gentlemen, Eels. So I got a feeling Listen and Fun is going to be the last figure. I'll probably get Eels in the next week or 2, and then we'll wrap up 1985. And on to 1986, where we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 figures. Not necessarily complete, but we already have 7 figures to kick off the 1987 line. Because I have purchased, if you were scoring along at home, or if you were by yourself, we have purchased Shipwreck. That's right. Shipwreck is now part of the New 80s Revolution. He has a home right here. He will be standing there proudly. Shipwreck has joined the family. There he is with his accessories. Oh, don't worry. Polly is here. Polly is with us. Shipwreck and Polly are reunited. We have a Polly. We have a Shipwreck. I always enjoyed the Shipwreck character off the car. I always enjoyed his voice. You know what I mean? That's his voice, right? That's what we do. He's like, "Hey, I'm Shipwreck." That was his voice. So there he is, G.I. Joe Shipwreck added to the collection. So that means we get our where is it? We get our bag of I don't know. Hang on. We get our bag of stands. Wherever we have them, I don't know. They're supposed to be back. Oh, there they are. There we are. So this is the official welcoming to the family. We get Shipwreck. We get him on the stand there, like so. There he is. There's Shipwreck, and he is added right there to the shelf. And so, looks like unfortunately we're just going to have room for one more figure, probably Eels, and then the next shelf is going to have Listen and Fun Tripwire all by himself before we do the 1986 line. So we'll put Polly up there with him, up there, and then that's that. That's one more added. So we are down to Eels and Listen and Fun Tripwire. Tomorrow we are going to add a shelf to the cave, and we're gonna set up our PVC figures. So if you want to check out the Bernstein Bears and the McDonald's toys and the Smurfs that I just got gifted to me by chance, tune in tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. That's all. That's it. We'll see how this daily thing goes. If I bore you to tears and I have nothing else to say, then we won't do dailies. But until it becomes a miserable episode for you. We're going to do it tomorrow. That's all. Collecting is half the battle. Shipwreck added to the collection. We'll see you all next time. Good night.